Two Nigerian icons, two extraordinary journeys, and two stories of legacy, Zik of Africa and Obey the Musical, take audiences into the lives of Nnamdi Azikiwe and Ebenezer Obey, two figures who left distinctive marks on Nigeria's political and cultural landscape, staged in partnership with the Duke of Shomolu Foundation and Election Productions. The productions took center stage at London's Shaw Theatre, bringing Nigerian history, music and culture to a new audience.
From the political legacy of Nnamdi Azikiwe to the musical influence of Ebenezer, Obey, Zik of Africa and Obey the Musical prepare to bring their stories to life in London. Staged in partnership with the Duke of Shomolu Foundation and Election Productions, the plays offer audiences a glimpse into the lives of two men who helped shape Nigeria in very different ways. Speaking during rehearsals, the cast and crew highlight that bringing these stories to the stage has meant rehearsals and the challenge of celebrating Nigerian history and culture while introducing it to a new audience.
The choice of Obey was obvious, very obvious, for a man that has done so much in terms of music, in terms of his arts, and of course he has over the decades shaped the thinking of a lot of people. It has shaped he has been able through his music to preach morals, which is very essential in the building of a society. He has actually sung about practically everything under the sun. And when you combine that with his lifestyle and all that, it's an exemplary figure, apart from being iconic. And we felt that at the age of 84 or so plus, we don't want to wait until Baba gets very, very old and probably, quits the stage before he's celebrated. When we know that society celebrates even miscreants, even people who shouldn't even be acknowledged. So we felt, okay, fine, let's do this for him.
We saw the 60s. We lived through the wicked and rough 80s, could not finish us. When petrol was cheap and music sweet. We learn the true art of living. That is true. Yeah. Rice has become gold. Gari, yet it's diamond. But yet, here we are, still at the Miliki joint. That, my people, is the true spirit of enjoyment.
The story is told from the point of view of three of these gentlemen who love life, who loved Obey, who celebrated Obey, who everything about their lives is centered around Obey, and so they start to tell the story of how he began, how he was born, how the mother went through travails before his birth, and how he was a blessing from God. He was deemed as a blessing from God, when he was born, with so many meaningful Yoruba names, and then of course they went further on to talk about how the name Obey came about, how in school he earned the respect of his teachers and headmaster, and somehow Obey stuck, and it became his name. And then of course he talked also about his siblings, and children, and how his ministry came about, as a call of God.
It's been very wonderful doing Obey the Musical here in London. We have great people working with us, especially his band members. There's some old band members of Ebenezer Obey that are still here in London, and we've gotten them. They're going to be in the band, and that makes it so easy to project the story of Ebenezer Obey. For Ebenezer Obey, 16th of August, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. live at Shaw Theatre. We're almost sold out, and so just to tell you, be there. If you miss this, you missed everything.
We're sending a message. Do you get my fair message? So that's why I'm bringing to you this deeply philosophical place. Do you get? So that people can learn from the lives of these people. Do you get? You must learn passion for country, loyalty, depth, visionary leadership. You know, these two characters are two different people who operated in different, but the things are tying them together. That's passion for whatever is to be done. Zik was a massive orator. Obey, even though we could classify him as an orator, but he's a deep philosopher. If you listen to his lyrics, you see life. If you listen to Zik, you see life. You know, so when we're bringing what I expect people to take out of these productions, which I did when I watched them in Lagos, you get me now, was life. True essence of life. That's why we can spend any amount of money, lose all the money, you get, so that Nigerians, and not only Nigerians, no, now the whole world will be able to sip from the richness of these two people.
My role is one of Nnamdi Azikiwe's close friends who has also supported his political journey, and I'm one of those who have encouraged him when he lost the elections in the West to come back to the East and consolidate so that we can have a united front for the NCNC.
Lee Cress was the gentleman who signed Obey originally. He was something of a avant-garde MD at Decca Records in Nigeria, and had an eye for local talent and understood music. And even when most people weren't too sure, he thought he saw something very special.
Show day finally arrives as one story after another, the productions transition and come to life on the Shaw Theatre stage.
But that is something you should not try.
The stage play just basically brings together all we want to be seeing in present day Nigeria in terms of unity. And to be honest with you, a lot of people need to watch this so that we can know that as a country we are one. Division and tribalism has no place in Nigeria, and that's what Zik stands for.
So I've learned about the history of Nnamdi Azikiwe and his influence in Nigeria, and from this I'm happy I came for this show because I learned so much about the history and the influence he had, and I've also learned to always be ambitious and stick to your plans and to never be relentless.
Salut de joie. Assalamu alaikum, my northern brothers. I call you brothers because we're of the same blood. Yes, we might be answering different names, but we're all born the same. I was born in the northern parts of this country, making me have a deep spiritual connection to you. He's one of us. I have invited you all here to this very important meeting to stake clear your stand on this country, Nigeria. But quickly, let me just state this. The North does not like to remain separated from the South.
From the pages of history to the lights of the London stage, Zik of Africa and Obey the musical are part of a growing conversation about telling Nigerian stories, preserving legacy and taking the country's cultural narrative to new audiences.